Well, hello and welcome back to Kooky Corner of YouTube. Again, we are on a messy desk. I have made a mission of mine to tidy this up over the holidays, so let's see how we get on with that one. Anyway, someone asked me in the comments about pencil cases and carrying cases when you take things out with you, as I do on a regular basis. If I'm going travelling, there are certain things I take with me. If I'm going in my van for a while, there's certain things I take with me. But I always have some staples, not the staples that you hold paper together with, kind of things that I always reach for and grab for when I want to store my art supplies. I've got a whole desk full of things here and some down the side of my desk as well. So I thought I would go through my favourites that have saved me on many an occasion, things that I would, to store things in, to have as a bag or a carry thing for all the things that I do, which is many and varied, I have to say. Sometimes it can be ink, sometimes it can be paint, sometimes it can be crochet and sometimes it can be needle felting. So all of those things I have to have some kind of case for, but I was going to try and concentrate on the arty side of things and maybe veer into things that I'd take to put more stuff in. Okay, stop waffling and just get on with it. Just stop waffling. So I'm going to stop waffling and get into the pencil cases. So let me just clear a space so that you can see into these a little clearer. So number one on my list this year has been this beauty. This is the Leahit Lab pencil case. It's a singular one. You can get this in 3 different sizes. I believe this is a small. You can get a medium one with another zip on it, and you can get a larger one with 3 zips on it. I've got a small one. It did me proud when I went away and I was able to take or carry most of my art supplies in this for a 2-week trip away, because it fell over Inktober. So obviously this is my ink kit, so let's get into it. It's got 2 zips, so you can it'll go around both ways. Anyway, on the outside you've got 2 little pockets which you can fit things like post-it notes or little notepad or something in there, or even markers, the little page markers fit in there as well. So that is handy. So going inside, this is what we're faced with. We have, these are called book pencil cases. I think it's because it's got a leaf in it of some kind. I don't know the whole reasoning behind it, but you can see in the one side you've got 2 little straps here. These will fit pens of any kind. I have got quite long markers in this, so I'm just going to see if I can fit my Tombow in one of them, just for me. I've never tried it here actually. Yeah, so Tombows would fit in there quite handily. So I've got another pencil case that wants to come in. They do fit in there, so you could take a selection of Tombows in there, which is also handy to me to know if I need to swap them out. So at the minute I've got all my brush markers, ink mark brushes in there. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Ink brushes in there. I've got a little pen brush in there for if I needed to do any wet work. So in the first leaf on this side I've got like my liner pens, and I've also got the Uniball Signo, but we're not looking at those specifically today. I just want to show you the space that you can get in there. So even on this side you can fit quite a long ink brush. That's a permanent one, that's why it's separate from the others. It's in isolation. So yes, then flipping it over, you have a very handy other side of this flap here. I keep my pencil leads in there. I've also got some carbon ink in there for my carbon pen. I've got a little protractor in there, and I have got some little plastic bags in there just in case I need them for anything, which sometimes I do. This side is another little netting area which you can stuff a whole load of stuff in. As you can see, I have got loads in there, lots of stuff. So even though it's a small, there is a lot of things that you can get in here, and quite lengthy things as well. I just showed you the Tombow, so you know you can fit quite lengthy kit in there. I'm going to use it as it should be, which is, I suppose, zipped from either side. There are no rules. There are no pencil case police. I don't think so anyway, unless I'm going to start one. So yes, so that's the Lee Hit Lab. I got this one, I do believe I got it originally from Amazon. If I was going to buy it again, I would go to Colt Pens. That's a UK shop, obviously, so I'm sure they will have these in whichever country that you're in and you're watching from. Hi there. But in the UK, those are the go-to. So Amazon is one go-to, but I would suggest Colt Pens because they are a little cheaper and you have a big variety of them to choose from. I think this one comes in 3 colours. I think the medium one also comes in 3 colours, but the large one only comes in black. But depending on the size you want, depending on how many different sections you want, I've shown you the small one. I don't have the other 2. I did have my eye on a medium one, but at the minute I'm trying to cut back on things that I'm buying, she said, having just spent some more money on some pan pastels. But no, I'm going to have them for this year. Those are going to be part of a Christmas present with some money that I've got, so that's not too bad. I will allow gifts. So if people give me presents, like for my birthday and Christmas, I think I will be putting that towards different things. Anyway, pencil case 1. Staying on the line of Lee Hit Lab, and just because just by way of, I love these so much. These are the silicone pencil cases. Now, these are handy because you can see quite long. Let me just take you up a bit further. There you go. See a bit more of a mess on my desk. They come in different varieties. You get penguins, you can get frogs, I think you can get something else. I got the Shibas because I love Shiba dogs. And these are silicone. And the benefit of these is if you want to have something that's available so you can see your pens or brushes or whatever, you can do that with it because it's got this like pop bottom thing. So when you are travelling, obviously that would extend out so that you've got more room to store your things. But when you take the lid off, you just pop it down like that, and you've got a little standing pencil case that is great. You can also put your rubbers in there and things when you're working. Pencil sharpener or rubber in the head part. Handy, I think. So that is another Lee Hit Lab joy that I got, and great for travelling as well because it's squishy. They have got a notepad thing. Actually, bear with me, I'll go and grab the other thing I've got as well. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, they had a 3 for 2 offer, which they sometimes do on Colt pens. You buy 3 things and you get the cheapest one free, which is what I did with this. This is a back to school offer, I think I went for. So I've got this pencil case. I got this tiny little pouch, which is great for like pencil sharpener. You know, you can actually take a sharpener out or even like some tape or something, some washi tape and things. That'd be perfect for that. So that's a little Shiba. And then not only but also there is this notebook. Let me show you. Let me grab a sketchbook from somewhere. She says as if she has none, and in fact she has a whole pile at the side of her. So if you wanted to take a couple of pens out, you didn't want to take a whole load, you've got this handy little strap. And in there you could stuff, let me find some things to stuff. These are just a couple of pens. You could take a couple of pens or a pencil and a pen out in there quite easily. It's quite stretchy as well, so it will accommodate different sizes, just to show by way of. Yeah, so I got those 3 on a special offer where one came free. So that was just while I was on the Lee Hit Lab run, because those are all by Lee Hit Lab, and I like them. I think they're cool, and you know, sometimes you just want something that makes you happy. It brings joy. Well, these bring joy for me, and they've been out with me on a couple of occasions when I've not needed to take a whole kit of stuff out, or this one can actually hold quite a bit of stuff. So if you like cute and funky, then Shebas or penguins from Lee Hit Lab work also. Right, now then, let's get on to the other boys. So this is one of my first buys. It was from Amazon, and they do still have these on there. It's got a handle, it's got a little handle on the carry inside there. Let me take you up further, more messy desk, but let me just give you a bit more room here. So yeah, carrying handle. It's got 2 zips again, which I have conveniently zipped both to one side, but never mind. That deco my daughter put on there for me. She knows I like ravens and crows, so we have that on there. Thank you, Lucy. No, really, thank you, because I love that so much, and I want to decorate. I've got another one of these which I want to decorate up as well. Another job for you, Lucy, if you're listening. So yeah, this one I keep my Caran d'Ache luminance in. It is another great one for taking out and about. It did have my polychromos in it until I ran out of room in here. I think this holds, I want to say 170, because what it has, these handy dandy little pull out layers that you can push in or out as and when required, and it's got 2 of those and an attached flap, and both sides will take stuff. If that makes sense. So anyway, on this side you've got a net, you can put pencil sharpeners, etc in. You've got 2 little flaps there, you can put a notepad in if it's quite a thin one. I have taken postcard sized pads out in that side, so that works for that. And then you've got all these flaps for your pencils, which I've just shown you are removable by a means of Velcro on the inside. I will see if I can track these down and put a link in the description if you're interested in these. As I say, I've got 2 of these, they're both the same colour. What I did was I bought one to fit my polychromos pencils in, and I ran out of flaps, so I bought another one, and I thought I'll use the base bit for something else, but I took a flap out to put in, and then even that I ran out of space in. So yes, this is great. I'm going to show you what my polychromos is in at the minute. This is the big boy. This is also off Amazon, and I think it was about $15.99, something like that. It's a big boy. It's got huge place at the front where you could put papers or what have you. Again, it's got 2 zips that I've put to one side again. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to standing up. Let's bring you up with me. It's a big boy. Where's my ruler? Let's see if we can measure it. So it's about 11.5 inches, or if you are metric, then it's probably about 30 centimetres. As I say, it's got the zip on the front that you can store, I don't know, notebooks in, paper. And then these 2 do zips. And as I said to you, this is where I store my polychromos pencils. In this end bit, I've kind of just got duplicate pencils that I've already got. These aren't duplicates, these are the greys. So this side, and a couple of liners that I've got in there as well, and a pencil. But these are dupes, and these are not. So yes, it's a very, very handy thing to keep all my pencils in. Okay, so this has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and another set in, one at the back there. And this holds, I think it's 220 pencils. I mean, these expand out, so you can either put 3 pencils in there or 2. It will expand to have another one, so it can hold a heck ton of pencils if that's what you've got. So if you're looking for pencil storage, if you want to put sets together or whatever, this would be a good shout, and I don't think it's too expensive. And if pumpkins and mice aren't your thing, I don't understand why not, but if they're not, this comes in lots of different designs. So you can get black, I think. You can also got lots of other designs to take your fancy. So I recommend this. It is super. It's got a carrying handle on the side, so if you're taking out a lot of pencils or you're going out somewhere for a long amount of time, you want all your pencils with you, this is the one I would probably choose to take with me. Right, so this is probably my most expensive pencil case that I've bought. I think it was, I did get it on offer, I think it was about £20, but it's a Kipling one. Kipling's a really good brand, if anybody knows about bags and things. And we've had Kipling bags that have lasted us like 30 odd years, you know, they're still going, so for luggage, etc. But the pencil case I'm really super happy with, and yeah, it can get a little monkey on it as well. So this only has the one zip, but we're not going to hate it for that, are we? It's in a beautiful nice denim blue, and I'll show you my matching rucksack that I got with this, because that houses a load of stuff when I go away. So this is the one I take out when I want to do a bit of watercolouring. Also I've got some ballpoint pens in there. You can fit any kinds of pens in. I think this will also take Tombos, I'm not sure. Let's have a little look. I know a lot of people like to take the Tombos out with them. Yeah, you could take Tombos in there, no probs. So that would work for those. So again, it's kind of like the other one that I got from Amazon. Let me take you up a bit further again. Yeah, it's got the little flap in the middle. It doesn't have the nets in it, you know, the useful little nets and things, but for me it's not always a deal breaker not to have those, because I can fit everything in here that I'd like for a day or a week of sketching, etc. The benefits of this, it's got a nice deep bottom part, which I can fit my my little palette in. I've also got some pads in there. I've got my Viva colour sheets in there. I've got washi tape. I've got a pencil sharpener. I've got some gouache, scissors, you name it. And I could probably still fit more stuff into here if I wanted to, because it is very roomy. So again, if you wanted to take a selection of things out, not just pencils, then that is a recommender. It is, as I say, it was £22 on an offer. I do believe they still have got some on there at the moment on Amazon for £22. I keep forgetting this has only got one zip. I could have rearranged that a little better so it's a bit flatter, but I have another option for you, and that option is Vinted. I don't know if you use Vinted or not, but I managed to get this, which is the same size as that. That's just packed full. It's the same size, exactly the same, with this one zip thing here. It was brand new almost, so somebody had it as a gift, didn't want it, and I have got it now as an extra one. So I was thinking for this one I might be able to put my crochet hooks in, maybe, not sure, but you know, it's versatile. They're very versatile. So it's the same. This one cost me, I think it was £6, £5 or £6. So a bargain, absolute bargain. While I'm on the bargains from Vinted, I got an art bag from there as well. I was in the market for a smaller art bag to take with me, and this is a Kipling bag. They do these in various sizes. Yeah, you can find your favourite one maybe on their catalogue, and then go on Vinted and search them, because they have loads and loads. This one was £4, and these cost about 60 to £70 to buy new, and this is almost brand new. And so we've got pocketses, all the pockets, and great big middle pocket somewhere to put your keys as well. If you're like me and you stick them in a pocket and you lose them, you can just leave them on there. There's so much room inside there. There's also room for pencils and pencil sets. Then there's another zip one. So literally room aplenty. So you've got two zippy sides. You've got two sides that have got Velcro in that you could probably put sketchbooks in. On this one you've got a zippy inside pocket and the key holder thing. This one is just blank, but you know, you've got room in there. And then the big roomy middle area, you can fit a whole ton of stuff in there. So, oops, I'm knocking the camera. That fits in there really nicely with room to spare at either side, and you can put notebooks and what have you in there. So that's that one. My huge boy is my rucksack. This was also on offer. I think this was £30. I think it was in the kids rucksack area, but it's also Kipling and it's huge. As you can see, zippy pocket in the front, in the back, another thing for where I can put my keys, pen things there, and then a great big huge thing here, including somewhere you could put like an iPad or a laptop. So yeah, this is another thing that goes with me, filled with all my arty crafty supplies. So this is my storage for when I go away. So you can see, perfect match, yes. We like a matchy. And this, as I say, it was only, I think it was $29.99, something really silly for a Kipling bag of this size. So if you keep your eye out for bargains, especially on Vinted, because they do have these on Vinted as well for really, really cheap prices, have a look and see if you can snag one of your own. And last but not least, there is this one here. This is the most recent. I think this was gifted to me. Or did I get it? I could have got it with some birthday money. Maybe. It's a gift. It says, be young, be unique, special. You are one in a million. Well, everyone needs to be told that every day, don't they? I agree. So this is another pencil case that has other options for you. Again, it's nice and long. I got this specifically for Tombos, but then realised just now that I can fit them in all the other pencil cases I've got. But you know, if you wanted to take them out separately, you could. So they fit in there. Let's grab a few out. They fit in there really nicely. You could even stack some in this front pocket. But yeah, let's get into it. It's got two zippy sides. So the first one at the front here has got a nice net pocket there that you could put stuff in. Let's see if we can fit a Tombow in there, shall we? I'm using Tombow as a measurement because this is probably one of the longest pens that I've got. So yeah, that fits in there nicely. This side you've got stretchy pen holders that would fit bigger things even. Let's have a look. What have I got? What have I got? That could fit one of those in there. That's probably not going to fit, no. But you know, quite chunky pens could fit in there. Let's have a look. I've got this one here. So if you've got some chunky markers, they would fit in quite easily. So you could take some chunky pens out with you. Poscas would fit in there easily. And then you've got this bit here, which is like a storage area. But the joy of this becomes when you go into this part here. You can have it like that, nice and slim, or use a second zip. La, 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 la. And this expands into a bigger, doubles up the amount of space you've got in this side, which is great. So loads of those are going there. I don't always take all of these out, so just to take a few of them out in here, great. So yeah, if you're wanting a pencil case that's quite a long boy for things like Tombows, etc., you didn't want to go to the expense of buying something that's, you know, too small to hold them, you'd have to have them at an angle, then this is also a good buy. It's canvas. I'm not sure how clean you'll keep this, but if you're like me, if it gets a bit messy, that's just the name of the game in art, isn't it? Really, it's just, I'm not going to sing the ABBA song, but it is kind of the name of the game. So if you don't want to get messy, then I don't know what you could do with it. Maybe not buy this one, because this, I kind of feel it will get sort of messier than others, but I would imagine it is, you could take a baby wipe and wipe any marks that came onto that off. So this is an angu, presumably it is Chinese, I don't know, just taking a guess, but again that was from Amazon. So there you go, that's a selection of my pencil cases, the ones that I have been using on a daily basis for like a couple of years even. So the green one, the Lee Hit, the first one that we saw, I've had that for an absolute age. So it's got to be about 7 years old and it's still going strong. So any of those take your fancy? Also, if you've got your favourite carrying system, what do you like to carry? Because I know somebody mentioned the Derwent carry-all and I haven't got one of those. I've seen one on offer and nearly got one, but then I thought I've already got these, and as I say, I'm trying to cut down on what I'm buying. So at the moment, these things work for me. Tell me in the comments what you use to travel around with, if you travel around with your art supplies and things. What's your favourites? Get a little conversation going. You could probably come up with something that would be ideal for somebody, even if the ones that I've got here are not. So do comment, do like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here, and also click the bell if you want to know when I do an upload. Have a great day. Have a fabulous, fabulous time, whatever you're doing. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.